Audio Jungle.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello all my dear students. How are you today? Fine? Nice? I hope so. Today I'm going to talk about a pet or Philip Pratt, the protagonist of our novel Great Expectations. First of all, as a Bildungsroman, Great Expectations presents the growth and development of a single character, Philip Pratt, better known to himself and to the world as Pep. As the focus of the Bildungsroman, Pep is by far the most important character in Great Expectations. He is both the protagonist, whose actions make up the main plot of the novel, and the narrator, whose thoughts and attitudes shape the reader's perceptions of the story. As a result, developing an understanding of Pep's character is perhaps the most important step in understanding Great Expectations. Because Pep is narrating his story many years after the events of the novel take place, there are really two Peps in Great Expectations. Two Peps. Pep, the narrator, and Pep, the character. The voice telling the story and the person acting it out. Charles Dickens takes great care to distinguish the two Peps, imbuing the voice of Pep, the narrator, with perspective and maturity, while also imparting how Pep, the character, feels about what is happening to him as it actually happens. This skillfully executed distinction is perhaps best observed early in the novel, when Pep, the character, is a child. Here, Pep, the narrator, gently pokes fun at his younger self, but also enables us to see and feel the story through his eyes. As a character, Pep's two most important traits are his immature romantic idealism and his innately good conscience. On the one hand, Pep has a deep desire to improve himself and attain any possible advancement, whether educational, moral, or social. His longing to marry Stella and join the upper classes stems from the same idealistic desire as his longing to learn to read and his fear of being punished for bad behavior. Once he understands ideas like poverty, ignorance, and immorality, Pep does not want to be poor, ignorant, or immoral. Pep, the narrator, judges his own past actions extremely harshly, rarely giving himself credit for good deeds, but angrily castigating himself for bad ones. As a character, however, Pep's idealism often leads him to perceive the world rather narrowly, and his tendency to oversimplify situations based on superficial values leads him to behave badly toward the people who care about him. When Pep becomes a gentleman, for example, he immediately begins to act as he thinks a gentleman is supposed to act, which leads him to treat Joe and Biddy snobbishly and coldly. On the other hand, Pep is at heart a very generous and sympathetic young man, a fact that can be witnessed in his numerous acts of kindness throughout the novel, helping Magwitch, secretly buying Herbert's way into business, etc., and his essential love for all those who love him. Pip's main line of development in the novel may be seen as the process of learning to place his innate sense of kindness and conscience above his immature idealism. Not long after meeting Miss Havisham and Stella, Pip's desire for advancement largely overshadows his basic goodness. After receiving his mysterious fortune, his idealistic wishes seem to have been justified, and he gives himself over to a gentlemanly life of idleness. But the discovery that he wretched Magwitch, not the wealthy Miss Havisham, is his secret benefactor shatters Pip's oversimplified sense of his world's hierarchy. The fact that he comes to admire Magwitch while losing Stella to the British nobleman DrAhmed ultimately forces him to realize that one's social position is not the most important quality one possesses, and that his behavior as a gentleman has caused him to hurt the people who care about him most. Once he has learned these lessons, Pip matures into the man who narrates the novel, completing the Bildungsroman. That's all, my dear students. I have now come to the end of my presentation. I have now come to the end of my video. Please study hard, do your best. Thank you for listening and watching. Assalamu alaikum.